So we are in the beginning stages of planting a church.
A new church in Ecuador's 6th largest city. These long-term missionaries with Extreme Nazarene, called 4040s, will spend the next 2 years living here in Manta, loving people to Jesus.
We have huge visions, we have huge dreams for this church.
Sharing in these aspirations is a church from Oregon, which sent more than 20 short-term missionaries to the Ecuadorian coast for 2 weeks, not long after a 7.8 earthquake devastated this city.
Here we are bringing hope. We're doing events right now where we're just helping.
By feeding those who now live in refugee camps.
Jesus told Peter, said, if you love me, feed my sheep. And that's what we're doing.
They also fixed up an abandoned community center, which reopened while the team was still there.
We don't want anything except for to show them Jesus' love. So we're trying to be Jesus' hand and feet through this.
Today we've been out working in the city of Manta, Ecuador, through prayer walking. Just our goal today has been just covering the city in prayer.
Vamos, chicos, vamos!
Today was what they call Family Day. I realized very quickly that these kids just wanted to have a good time. They didn't care what language you spoke. One of the most significant parts of the day today was when the pastor did altar call, and he called everybody down who wanted to ask Jesus into their heart.
When someone stands up and says, hey, I want to become a Christian, we'll go and pray with them. And we'll walk them through that whole process. Get their contact information and hopefully call them within the next 48 hours and just ask them how they're feeling about everything that they've heard.
The contacts that the 4040 has made, they like to go then and meet with the family, talk with the family, pray with the family. So I've been in quite a few houses, and it was so great to go in the houses. They invited us in.
We met with the family of Rosa and asking God to shine His light through her family to those here that have been affected by the earthquake.
Y poder, Señor, ella puede aumentar su relación contigo.
You know, there's been a lot of memorable activities almost every day, really.
When we would go to the elementary schools or when we would go to the high school, it was not uncommon to have 50, 60, 70, 80 at a time come forward seeking Christ.
It was just a flood of people coming forward that wanted Jesus, that wanted to know what we had.
I think when I saw all the high school kids at the high school and that group of kids come forward so quickly and so readily and so hungry, and just to be able to look in their eyes, even though we couldn't communicate with them, could look and our souls communicated.
Today we're hoping that we can introduce a lot of people to our Lord. And if nothing else, we're here to let people know that we're here in the city now.
We've helped to do some medical work, helped to do some vision work, and had a dinner together.
It was just really special to have the interaction too with the people, to walk up to them, hand them a plate of food and see the smile on their face.
One of the parts I got to play was to bring the message tonight.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good to be with you tonight.
God came in a powerful way.
Señor de mi vida.
Saw people who just gathered together so somebody would pray with them, and then those who accepted Christ for the very first time.
And the hope is that many more will soon follow.
We're here for a reason. Manta has a purpose. God has a purpose for Manta.